Coming up, the Johnson County Metro Bomb Squad was called to an Iowa City residence.
And the Iowa City skate park ramps up for $1 million renovations.
A Missouri-born Iowa men's basketball team bounces Southeast Missouri State in a 3-point barrage.
I am falling outside for these beautiful fall temperatures. I'll have the full forecast and weather.
All that and more
coming up right now on DITV.
Good morning from Iowa City. It is Wednesday, November 19th. I'm Annika Perez.
And I'm Morgan Burhans.
And the third member of our team, Jake Rios, is live outside Mayflower Residence Hall to tell us today's weather story.
Jake, what's it looking like out there?
Well, guys, we can still hold off on the gloves and the hats for at least another week because it's currently 40 degrees outside right now. Taking a look at the Pentecost, we can see that the fall leaves have all fallen. Today's temps will get up to 47 degrees, and tonight we can expect temps to drop down to 40 degrees. For tomorrow, temperatures will reach up to 58 degrees. Back to you guys at the desk.
And Monday night, the Johnson County Metro Bomb Squad removed a grenade from an Iowa City residence. Just last night, a report came out stating that after a complaint for suspicious activity, the Iowa City Police Department responded to the scene. They found a grenade. The pin was still in the bomb, and the bomb squad was called to remove the explosive. After removal, the grenade was x-rayed and declared dead. The bomb squad still has custody of the grenade, and there were no injuries, and the investigation still remains open.
The Cedar Rapids Gazette is set to be sold. It was announced on Tuesday morning that the local newspaper is being acquired by Minnesota-based company Adams Multimedia. The Gazette's current owner, Foliance, states that the deal will maintain the newspaper's independence. The sale also includes 11 other community newspaper titles. Adams Multimedia currently owns over 120 newspapers across 19 states, with this purchase marking the company's first titles in Iowa. Adams Multimedia says it will enhance digital content for subscribers and free up local resources to focus on serving the communities. The deal is expected to be finalized by December 1st.
And a much-anticipated bill awaits a significant signature in the Oval Office.
DITV's Ryan Lynch is live in the newsroom with the bill's path before President Trump puts pen to paper.
The United States Congress passed a bill to release the files related to sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The House of Representatives voted nearly unanimously to pass the bill, and the Senate voted unanimously to advance it straight to President Trump's desk. Republican Representative Thomas Massie of Kentucky co-sponsored a petition to force a vote on this Epstein bill. A 427-to-1 vote sent the bill to the Senate. All 100 senators voted for it to pass as soon as the House delivered the bill. President Trump and some GOP allies recently flipped their position on the files release.
It has gone from presumably dead on arrival, presumably getting vetoed, to now getting fast-tracked and having a nearly unanimous majority here in the House.
And the Justice Department will be directed to release all the files related to Jeffrey Epstein once President Trump signs this bill into law. And moving things back to Iowa, Iowa is the producer of 1/4 of the nation's ethanol, but the demand for corn is dropping due to government programs. Ethanol is made from corn and is a biofuel that can be a substitute for gasoline and diesel. The Renewable Fuel Standard is a program made to help small ethanol plants, but larger plants have started taking advantage of this. In return, the larger plants need to produce less ethanol to make a profit, leading to a decrease in the overall supply of it. Since they are making less ethanol, the demand for corn has dropped and has started to impact farmers in Iowa. And the Johnson County Sheriff's Office yesterday facilitated an auction for selling 3 bankrupt buildings in downtown Iowa City. The Chauncey Building, Plaza Towers, and Park at 201 were up for auction. Money from the sheriff's sale would go to Green State Credit Union, who foreclosed on the buildings. Bidding for the properties started at $24 million. No bids were submitted, so there was no sale, sending the property back to the bank. One auction attendee said he believes auctions like Tuesdays are potential opportunities similar to the stock market.
We run in. Yeah. We see an opportunity. And imagine if all of a sudden you found out a stock that you'd like, let's say Target or General Electric, it fell from $100 to $40. You'd be a fool not to buy it.
We'll have updates on the properties as the bank decides the next step for the 3 buildings. Back to you guys in the studio.
And COGS, the Graduate Student Workers Union of the University of Iowa, is taking their concerns to the university's top decision makers. They are accusing the university of changing its tuition policy without proper notice. The changes mean that some graduate students are facing unexpected $1,500 charges, even though they thought their tuition would be fully covered. The union says this violates long-standing practices of lack of transparency. The university has not yet issued an official response. However, if the complaints are denied, COGS could take this case to a judge. And a new public art display is opening up later this week between the Graduate and Roxy's in the Ped Mall.
DITV's Kate Vernon is live downtown to give us a look into what this means for Iowa City.
Thanks, guys. I'm here at the Ped Mall, and right behind me is where the new public art lighting installation called Twilights will be displayed. The city of Iowa City and 3 other artists collaborated to create the lighting display. It features 3 groups of sculptural light elements that were inspired by the vibrant mural in the walkway. The installation was funded by Iowa City's self-supported Municipal Improvement District and American Rescue Plan dollars. The public is invited to the graduate walkway for an opening ceremony on November 21st at 5 p.m., along with an opportunity to meet all of the artists involved. Live from downtown Iowa City, Kate Vernon, DITV.
A new University of Iowa project is in the works to assist students with disabilities. UIowa professor Allison Levine received a $2.1 million grant from the U.S. Department of Education to lead the project. The project seeks to increase STEM education and employment for students with disabilities. Faculties involved in the project will be from the University of Iowa, Western Virginia, and several other community organizations.
Iowa City skaters will soon be taking their skills to the next level with major incoming skate park upgrades.
DITV's Liz Schultz joins us live outside the Terrell Mills Skate Park to show us what these renovations will look like.
Well, Morgan and Annika, the skate park here behind me will soon be seeing some major changes, including a new ramp for skaters to test out their skills. Now, this comes after the Iowa City Council approved a $1.5 million expansion on top of a $250,000 grant from the Iowa Department of Natural Resources. Now, this also comes after several complaints, and a demand of this expansion came from bikers as well as skaters. And now the construction is expected to begin in August, or rather March of next year, and wrap up in August of next year. However, the skate park will remain open during this construction. Live in Iowa City, Liz Schultz, DITV.
With dropping temperature comes rising need. DITV's Olivia Comer shows us how one organization provides shelter, warmth, and safety to unhoused citizens in Iowa City.
When temperatures drop, every night could turn deadly for the unhoused. In Iowa City, there are several nonprofits, like the Catholic Worker House, that assist those in need. Many are staffed by volunteers from the community who want to reach out a hand.
I feel that they all deserve dignity. You know, they're human beings, and I love to be able to help them out as much as we can.
The Catholic Worker House provides meals, but another threat looms in the winter. Because of the freezing temperatures, the Shelter House of Iowa City opens an emergency location each year. This year, the emergency shelter opened its location 2 weeks early, and it already looks to be fuller than all years before it. The Bare Bones shelter provides beds, blankets, and bathrooms. In October, Shelter House had 100 more people requesting shelter than last year. While the winter shelter provides essential and life-saving support, Director of Development Christina Hayes emphasizes that it won't fix the problem.
Housing is the solution to homelessness, right? The purpose of shelter is to keep folks alive, to make sure their very basic human needs are met, and then to help them get back on their feet, get into housing.
But that housing is facing funding problems of its own. The Department of Housing and Urban Development has announced an overhaul of homelessness policy and funding. Hayes says that the new policies may worsen current problems.
Is it separate from sheltering? Absolutely. But what happens if individuals lose their housing? They're likely to return to homelessness. And then we look at serious pressure on the sheltering system that is already overburdened.
With pressure mounting, Hayes says that community support is more important than ever. From Iowa City, I'm Olivia Comer, DITV.
And just as Olivia said, with the winter months approaching fast, the Iowa City shelter is also looking for donations for the upcoming cold season. The shelter requests items such as twin-size bedding, blankets, towels, and washcloths. Donations can be brought to the Emergency Shelter House at 429 Southgate Avenue in Iowa City. The shelter house also has an Amazon wish list that anyone can access on the Shelter House's Facebook page.
Well, coming up, celebrating with the end of football seniors' careers, men's basketball continues their great play. Women's basketball is in the happiest place on earth. And a look at soccer's upcoming NCAA tournament matchup and plenty more, all after the break.
Stories occur every day, and here at DITV, we've got you covered with up-to-date news and politics.
We are anxiously waiting for those votes for not only the national election, but here in District 1.
Community members protest and stand for science.
Keeping highlights and scores with Hawkeye Sports.
Advancing to the quarterfinals, Iowa looks to boost their overall placement and their way into the semis.
It's Iowa's second road win of the season, first since September 21st.
And of course, all the latest in entertainment.
Sit back, relax, and here's the word on the street.
I'm here at the Alan McVeigh Theater, where a unique performance.
Here at DITV, we've got a crew bringing you all the stories from across the nation and right here in your backyard.
From the Iowa State Fair.
In Nashville, Tennessee.
From downtown Iowa City.
From Carver Hawkeye Arena.
And bringing all the coverage straight to you live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. Around the University of Iowa and Iowa City community, we have the stories that matter to you here at DITV.
Well, welcome back and thank you for joining us on this wonderful Wednesday morning.
Let's take a look back outside with Jake for a look at this week's forecast. Jake?
Well, ladies, I am hoping that I'm able to take off my jacket and leave it at home for the upcoming week. Taking a look at the Pentecost, we can see that this week's temps will stay consistently in the 50s. Friday, we can expect cloudy skies and temps to be in the low 50s. Looking to Saturday, it will feel around 50 degrees and the sun will peak out to stay high for one last home football game. Sunday, temps look to be in the mid-50s for the warmest day of the week. And on Monday, temperatures will top out in the mid to lower 50s, making it a beautiful day to start a fall break. And then on Tuesday, there looks to be around a 60% chance of rain. I plan on jumping in a lot of leaf piles over the break and outside as well, but overall, I'm excited to enjoy this beautiful weather. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Jake. And it looks like the weather will be absolutely perfect for some football this weekend.
And speaking about leaf piles, I want to talk about some of those football piles that we could be seeing at this football season.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of dog piles, a lot of good tackles and everything, but there's only a few more games for you to be able to catch that. The football season winding down, as we talked about. Kinnick Stadium, they're going to host the Hawks one last time on Saturday. After dropping their fourth game on the road to USC, Iowa will face the Michigan State Spartans for Senior Day in Iowa City. The Hawks will honor 27 different student athletes prior to kickoff. It's a class that has stuck together through the ups and downs and is still proud of their accomplishments.
It's definitely a little different than most classes. I'll always get to know that I always stayed, didn't quit, and I stayed here, and I just worked and just went through this program.
Well, it was clear to me when I was talking to the players that they are focused on winning the next two games. There's still plenty of memories for them to look back on, and they have enjoyed what this season has brought them.
The biggest thing that I'm going to just miss about it is just all the relationships that I've kind of built with everyone and how close we've gotten as a team. I'm excited for Saturday. It's going to be a cool moment for all the seniors and all the guys that have put in so much work.
Well, Senior Day couldn't be complete without a sold-out Kinnick crowd. The Athletics ticket office announced that no more tickets are available for the Big Ten Showdown. It's the 28th consecutive sellout at Kinnick Stadium, and it will make for a perfect environment for those 27 student athletes and their potential last performance in front of the Iowa faithful. The Iowa men's basketball team returned to Carver Hawkeye Arena to take on the Southeast Missouri State Redhawks in their fourth non-conference game of the season. DITV's Jake Rios went out to watch yet another full-court domination.
Tavion Banks, Cam Manyow, and Bennett Sturts. All three of those players home to Missouri. As the Iowa Hawkeyes took on Southeast Missouri State, it was clear the players showed no allegiance to where they grew up.
Iowa saw a much better three-point shooting game than the previous contest, going 10 for 23 on the night. Alvaro Figueroa was 3 of 5 from behind the arc, and he clocked in a team-high 16 points for the night.
Coach makes me feel important, and I'm trying to answer to his confidence every time I'm in the court.
Iowa's defense also showed out as the team would end up scoring 26 points off turnovers alone. The Hawkeyes had 4 players in double figures, and every player who checked into the game would end up scoring points. An all-around team effort.
I mean, our teams in the past have always been super efficient, towards the top in the country in efficiency. So efficiency is a big deal to us. Points per possession would be more important to me than anything.
Although Iowa men's basketball continues to blow out their non-conference opponents, head coach Ben McCollum hopes that by each game they gain something. So when they eventually climb the ladder, they'll have to play bigger opponents. He hopes that it will all add up for more Hawkeye victories. From Carver Hawkeye Arena, Jake Rios, DITV Sports.
Well, coming off of that game, the Hawkeyes have a second midweek opponent tomorrow. Winless 0-5 Chicago State comes to town. It's their second Big Ten matchup of the year, losing to Minnesota in their first last night. The team will celebrate Dance Marathon Night in the Dance Marathon organization here on campus. The game will tip off at 6 p.m. and streaming on Big Ten Plus. Well, the women's basketball team will be in the most magical place on earth tomorrow evening. After wins over Drake and UNI, competition ramps up with their first of 2 games at the WBCA Showcase at the ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex in Disney World, Florida. It's a unique trip for the team from a basketball perspective, but also unique from just a human perspective.
I've been to Orlando. Okay. I did the Universal, but I've never done Disney, which I'm super excited to do.
Yeah, same. I've been there, but I haven't been to Disney, so it'll be new.
It's not all simple fun, though. Game 1 tomorrow is against the 7th best team in the country, the Baylor Bears. The top 25 showdown will be a fantastic clash, but it also allows Jan Jensen to square up what her squad is made of.
I think that's what's fun about a season is, you know, when you go, you have these little mile markers along the way that tell you nothing is won or lost in this next weekend, but it's sure going to tell us a lot.
Tip-off is currently set for 8 p.m. on ESPN2 with Iowa's second game of the showcase on Saturday. The team, alongside the entire women's basketball world, is awaiting on a major commitment announcement. 5-star recruit Addison Bourne is set to announce her program of choice tomorrow. Ranked 10th in the class of 2026, she's down to 7 schools, including top teams like Iowa, UConn, and Texas. The Parkville, Missouri native was a part of the 2023 USA U16 national team and will share her decision at 11:15 a.m. Women's basketball fans are used to Iowa taking on LSU in the NCAA tournament, but only this time it'll be played out on the pitch. In their first road game, the LSU soccer team downed Houston Christian 4-1, but they have never made it beyond the round of 32, so a win would make program history. On the other side, the Hawkeyes have only made it to the Sweet 16 once, that being last season. The game will kick off at 4 p.m. Central. And tomorrow night, the Iowa volleyball team will head out west to Lincoln for a matchup with the #1 ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Iowa will have its work cut out for them as the Huskers are a perfect 26-0 on the season and once held a 48-set win streak, which was broken last week versus UCLA. For Iowa, they are looking to get back on track after falling to Minnesota on Sunday. The Hawkeyes will need a big game from Sharday Van Zandt, who leads the team in kills. Game time is set for 6 p.m. in Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm excited to see if Sharday can rain down a few more of those kills.
100%. And let's send it to Sharday's biggest fan, Jake Rios, who has more on scuba diving.
Guys, I am a scuba diver. It's a little fun fact about me. It's something I do in my free time. I got certified here in North Liberty, Iowa, which is something that you can do if you want to get certified too. But for now, I'll send it back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you so much for joining us online or listening at KRUI 89.7 FM.
We're here live from Iowa City every other day and at thedailyiowan.com.
For all of us here at DITV, thanks for watching. We'll see you again here Friday morning.